Hello everyone, this is me Rux, and for today's video I am back with another Veirux Do Watch podcast, and now I am back with Nimona podcast. Okay, before we start, I want to do a trigger warning for mentions of suicide. So yeah, if you guys don't mind, I will mention that later in this video, but yeah, if you mind, please just close this video, it's fine. Okay, so this thing here, right, is just a bunch of, oh my god. Okay, it's just a bunch of clean clothes that I haven't put in my wardrobe. I'm sorry, but I will do it after this. I'm kind of in a rush to record this video, so that's why I have to do it. To not put my clean clothes now, but yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna start with telling you guys the storyline. This won't get too much detail because I want you guys to still see the movie by yourself, because the movies is so good and the animation is also really cool. So yeah, I really recommend you guys to watch it if you guys have not. But yeah, I'm gonna focus on the storyline. So we got, I think, oh, I wrote like six people here for the main characters. But yeah, in the beginning of the movie, we basically got a story about a knight. So this knight is basically become an icon for the city. I don't remember what the city is called, for the town, the kingdom, right? And the knight itself, her name is Glorith. And yeah, she's like the icon of this kingdom. And the way that she became the icon is because she slain a dragon. Okay, that's also like the weird thing. Like, I don't know whether she slain her she slain, wait, what? She slain the dragon or not. It's kind of like not clear, but I think she just fought the dragon, right? I don't know. So yeah, she fought the dragon slash monster, and that's how she became the knight, the very iconic knight and the icon of the kingdom. After that, we got yeah, it was like the storyline that happened like 1,000 years ago or so. It was like so long. It happened back then, and then now we're back to the current time, which we are meeting one of our main character or protagonist, which is Ballister. So Ballister is a common people. So he is just a common guy from the city. Yeah, he wasn't from a knight's family or anything. He's just common folks. And apparently in that kingdom, if you're just common folks, you can't be a knight because you have to from like blue blood or something. You have to have some sort of royalty blood on you. So yeah, Ballister is just a normal guy. And what happened was basically when he was a kid, he got like he fought a little monster or something. So that's how he became like sooner in the present time he is one of the person that will be a knight. So yeah, on this kind of like his coronation day or something, I don't know how you call it, but it's the day where he will actually become officially the knight of the kingdom. And at the time, if that happened, he, not just him, like every single common people, if they want to become a knight, they can do it. So he is like the first person to be able to, from a knight, from a common folks becoming a knight. So yeah, it is a game changer. And yeah, so like a lot of people hate him because he's just a common guy. How can he protect the kingdom and all that? So a lot of people hate him, but basically, on the coronation day, everyone likes him after that. And yeah, I think there's like this cool sequence where he's like, oh my god, like a lot of people don't like me. And yeah, there's like this awkward pause when he's like, after the queen said, yeah, with Ballister we will now have another common folks becoming our knights, and it's really cool and all that. After the queen say that, like everyone just went silent, like no one said anything. And I think that is one of the cool, like terrifying scene in a way that, oh, no one likes me. And yeah, I think that's a really cool scene. But no, like after one or two, like 5-ish seconds, everyone like applauds and everyone likes him because it is a really cool change that I feel like, of course, common folks would love that and would like that. Like it doesn't matter where you come from, you can always be a knight. And that's a really cool thing to do, to see. And yeah, so not long after that, basically, the queen used some kind of a the queen used a sword, right? So the sword is like gonna, okay, I don't know if you guys like hear this or watch this, but the queen do this, right? Do this with the sword. And then not too long after the queen like gave it to Ballister, his freaking sword shot the queen, dude. Yeah, his sword killed the freaking queen. And it's so crazy. I was like, dude, what? We are barely even 10 minutes into the movie and the queen died. Like, what's going on? But yeah, the queen died and Ballister got framed for it because he obviously he's not a bad guy. Like he doesn't even know what's going on. Like how the hell a sword can even kill someone? Like shoot something. It's a sword. It's not a gun, right? So it was like weird. And yeah, so he got framed and he basically ran away. Oh, also before that I want to mention that he has a boyfriend. His name is Ambrosius, and Ambrosius is also a knight, right? And Ambrosius is one of the people that are, very famous. I think he is the direct line from Glorith herself. So yeah, so Ambrosius is like Glorith's great son. So yeah, and yeah, they're like dating. Ambrosius and Belle is dating, and Ambrosius was right next to Belle when the shooting happened. And yeah, he had to cut off Ballister's arm because I think apparently it's like one of the thing that when you are trained to become a knight, you have to do everything you can to protect the queen, even if it means like cutting off someone's limb, which is I think I get it, right? But yeah, like it was like a very confusing thing because it's his boyfriend, but like like it's kind of weird thing. But like Belle is not mad because he knows that Ambrosius did it just because it's his job. It's not because Ambrosius hated Belle. Of course not. Like they're dating, right? Because after that, Ambrosius is just he's just like stare Belle at the eye, and then Belle just run away and then leave and hide for a few years, I think. And then after that, we will see the main character, which is Nimona, and she's so cool. So the story after this is like pretty cool. So of course Belle is like who the hell are you? You look like a kid. You look like 10, even though she actually looks like 15 apparently from like the animator I saw like behind the scenes. So she actually looks like 15 years old kid, but Belle just doesn't see kids often, so that's why he thought she was like a 10-year-old kid, but no. But yeah, after that they kind of like hang out together. Of course, like Belle doesn't trust her because like I don't want to harm a kid and all that. Like, and also Nimona is kind of like scary. She wants to kill people so bad. Like I think not kill people in like a bad way. It's very like in comedic way because what Nimona knows that a lot of people hate her. So a lot of people also hate Ballister, and then like why don't we just team up together and then we can do a revenge to find the actual killer who killed the queen, because like we still don't know who killed the queen, and then like Ballister got framed, everyone hate him and all that. So like yeah, she's like come on, we can just do this together, try to find who actually killed the queen and all that. Like Ballister doesn't want to do it at first, and he's doing by himself alone, and then he went to the kingdom alone. That was like really stupid. Like dude, why? I get it, you don't want to hang out with this kid, but why would you go to the kingdom alone? You're literally a criminal now, right? Like you will go to jail. Like what do you expect? So yeah, he did went to the jail, and Mona helped him. So yeah, that's how he got out from the jail. And yeah, she can kind of like teleport, I think. Like I don't really get it. I think it's like teleport. Yeah, so she can just like go from this way to that way, but it's pretty close. So if it's like pretty far, like from another city to another, I don't think she can do that. But if it's pretty close, I think she can. So yeah, like she saved him, and then in the middle of like the whole chase, because of course he is breaking out of prison. Of course, the other knights will like try to chase him, and yeah, Nimona kind of like do a came out as a shapeshifter. So yeah, she can shapeshift as any animals, I think. So she did a lot of animals like ostrich, and then she did elephant. She did, it's not, oh, hippopotamus and all that, like a lot of animal. Like it was so cool. And there, okay, so Nimona has like pink hair, so all of the animals are like pink. So they're all of the knights. There's this like so dumb, very very dumb knight. Like I don't know what his name is. I forgot. And he's basically like confused. Like what is that creature? Like there's some kind of a unicorn hanging out like that. Like unicorn is not real in Nimona's world. So yeah. So yeah, even like I don't know. Like she just look weird because she's pink. Alright, and after that, it's basically just like fighting scenes. So, like, a lot of fighting scenes, a lot of scenes where, like, Ballister really took his time to understand Nimona, which is, I think, really cool. Because I feel like a lot of movies, when they found someone new, they immediately just clicked and friends with them really nicely, but like I don't think that's really depict how real life friendship works. Because like yeah, sure, sometimes you will see people and like immediately clicks with them, and then like you hang out with them a lot, but like for some people it just doesn't, especially with people that feel like they have kind of like what issue, how do you call it, trust issue, I guess. Yeah. So like you can't really trust your friend, especially like for Ballister's case. He got framed, dude. Of course he will have trust issue. I personally don't think he has trust issue, but like if he has it, it's like it's understandable because yeah, someone framed you, so if you don't believe someone, it's totally cool. And yeah, he really took his time to trust in Nimona, but he eventually did. So like that's really cool. I really like those whole montage. So yeah, basically after that, they became friends, right? It took a pretty long time, by the way. So there was also this one small scene, like it happened for like less than 15 seconds or something, but I just think it's really cool, and it really shows how Ballister really accepts Nimona, because Nimona is a monster. She's a monster. Okay, because she can shapeshift, and in this world, everyone is just human. They got no powers, no nothing. It's just good old regular human. And yeah, Ballister was like, dude, what the hell are you, right? Like, you can turn to animals, and then what? Like, it's so weird. And this small scene that I was talking about was a scene where Nimona, like, she can throw a flame. Yeah, she can like got flames from her mouth, and she can just like do the usual dragon stuff doing like her mouth. Like, dude, Ballister was like, holy shit, you can do that? And then she's like, yeah. And then like you can really see from her facial expression that she's like, oh my god, will he hate me if I did this? Because like I think it's kind of like one of those thing, kind of like just reflects, like your reflex, not reflect, your reflex, like you accidentally does it, and and then like you don't like really think about it, and you just like does it. Like for example, if someone slaps you, you would like maybe slap them back or something. Like it's just a reflex, like you don't think about it, and like yeah, it just happened. So yeah, she did that, and like on her face, it's like so clear that she's like, holy shit, will he hates me? But he doesn't. He's like, okay, that's cool. You have that power, and like cool. And then they keep continuing their game. They was playing Monopoly. So yeah, and then they just do their own stuff, and I think that is really cool because Ballister really trusts her after all that, and he's not freaked out anymore, and I think that is really cool. And then there is like this whole scene throughout the movie where this is like before Ballister really accepts Nimona. There is like this scene where Ballister asks Nimona like, "Can you just not be weird? Can you just not shapeshift and just be a girl?" And Nimona was like, "But I'm not a girl." And then like um Ballister also asked about like, "Okay, then what happened if you don't shapeshift?" And then Nimona like, well, I mean, it's okay, but it's kind of like she doesn't really live her true self, and it kind of eats her physically, and not physically, like mentally. Like it's just, like she just wanna live her life, and yeah, and basically what Ballister asked was like, can't you just suppress all of this shape shifting stuff? And yeah, she's like, dude, no, what? Like, I mean, this is me. Like, I don't do anything. Like, why would I suppress this? I'm not doing anything bad. I'm just living. That's basically what Nimona said. And I think that's just like a really cool scene. And a lot of people connect that with like trans allegory, which is a pretty cool thing because I feel like it is, yeah. And I also like watch this. Oh yeah, I'm just gonna for this video I'm changing the format of the podcast, so I'm just gonna talk about the storyline while also talking about like my thoughts on it. So yeah. Um yeah, I saw this comment on YouTube. It's also talking about basically how like queer people are so forced to suppress how they are. And I think that is true. Yeah, because like I don't know if you guys know, but like if you just this basically happened to me once. Like I was talking to someone, and then like they basically said this to me. Oh yeah, I'm fine to your people, but as long as you just don't show it, put it up on your sleeve. I was like, dude, what? Like, okay, like I think that's not a bad response or anything, but it's just like, whoa, okay, I don't do anything. Like, why would you say that? It's like kind of weird. Like, it's not necessarily bad, but it's like just kind of weird. Like, why? But like yeah, so I get it. I think I agree with like the whole allegory with like trans people, especially trans people, but like also queer people. So yeah. Yeah, after that the whole scene is yeah, and Nimona and Ballister basically found out who did this whole like bad thing. The one that actually tried to kill the queen. Well, I guess not tried because it happened. Who killed the queen was actually the director. Yeah, so if you don't know who the director is, it's basically kind of like the general or the queen right hand. And yeah, she killed the queen because basically the director had this mindset of like it has to be pure blood and we can't let these common folks become knights because it's so weird and all that. Like I don't know, it's like very racist stuff basically. Not racist, I think it's classist. Yeah, classist stuff where like no, it has to be pure blood and all that. It's like ugh, it's like so weird. I don't like her. But yeah, basically they found out that it's her, and she deleted the footage. So yeah, it was cut from like a video. It was on a video that she switched the actual sword with another sword that can shoot someone. So yeah, she switched that, and then another guy caught it on a video on his phone. And then like when they want to show that video to Ambrosius, she got the video first, and then like she just destroyed the phone, and then they lost the video at all. So yeah, after that Nimona and Ballister basically got another way to expose the director, and it was by trying to kind of Nimona shapeshift to Ambrosius, because again Ambrosius is still the knight, and it's like Nimona acting as if, dude, what were you doing? Like, why are you so mad and all that? And yeah, so basically in that time when Nimona shapeshifting, they actually got a director to confess of what she did. So yeah, she did say that, yeah, I killed the queen and what, blah blah blah. And then like Nimona and Ballister uploaded that video on like social media on YouTube, I guess. But yeah, they uploaded that on YouTube, and the whole town was like, dude, holy shit, I can't believe the director did that. It was like so bad, right? Like so mean. How? Because the queen is like so nice, and she really believed on, like equality. Yeah, like she really believed on like common people could be like anyone they want, like even if they want to be a knight, why not, right? Which is not a bad thing, but apparently the director like don't like that. So yeah, that's why a lot of people in the town was like, dude, what, the director did that and all. And not a lot of people think that way, though. There are some people that like, nah, there is no way the director would do that, because like she is so trusted, she is one of the queen's right hand, her own. Like how could she done something like that to the queen? Like there's no way. So there's a lot of like this kind of mess going on with the city. So a lot of people are like fighting and like burning stuff, the usual stuff that happened when the world is going a little bit crazy. And yeah, they did that. And so basically the director, being a mean person that she is, she tried to frame that to Nimona, because on one of the fight that they had earlier, they got a footage of Nimona shape shifting from, I think it was an ostrich, I guess. No. It was from a whale. She shapeshift into a kid, a little girl. So yeah, that's where like a 5 year, 6, 7 years old kid And yeah, so she got that on footage, and they put the blame on Nimona and saying that, oh, that's not me. That is this weird shapeshifter monster. It's them. So that's how she kind of like escaped from the whole like, exposing thing. And now a lot of people are back again trying to aim for Ballister and Nimona. So this is where the movie got deep and very serious, because honestly, like the first 1.5 hour, like I don't know how long the movie is, but like the first 1 hour, like 75% of the movie are just pure comedy. Like I know there are some of serious stuff, but like if you don't really mind them, you won't really notice them. But yeah, it is some like serious stuff going on, but like the comedy is so good. Oh my god, I really enjoy it. So that's why like when I came to the kind of like by the end of the movie, I was like, dude, there is no way this is how it ends. And like, oh my god, this is such a good movie. Oh my god, I really have to stop. Like I can't, maybe I shouldn't, I can't stop recommending it because this is so good. And then yeah, after that, so basically Ballister's like trying to meet with Ambrosius and telling like, dude, I'm not lying. Like this is actually the director. Like it's not me that did that. It's not Nimona. Like Nimona is the good guy here. And yeah, so he set up a meeting with Ambrosius, and then like they met at like this cafe, I guess, or like restaurant. And oh yeah, it's like a fast food chain actually. But yeah, they met there. Oh, it's a diner. It's a diner. Yeah, it's a diner. And then they met there, and then like they talk. And then Ambrosius is like, "Dude, yeah, no, I know that you didn't kill the queen. I know." But so the director gave some kind of like a scroll to Ambrosius, and it's basically like a painting, and that painting has a painting of Glorith fighting a dragon, right? The same story that I said like in the very beginning of the video. And you know who that dragon is? It's freaking Nimona. Yeah, it's freaking Nimona. So Nimona is the one that is the dragon. She is the dragon because again she can shapeshift. At that point, I was like, dude, there's no way, like, bro. Okay, so like maybe she is framed or whatever, right? So yeah, Ballister also thought the same. Like, dude, shut up. There's no way you're gonna fucking put this on my friend. Like, she's so nice. She helped me, and she is my friend. So they after that they basically like had a friend. Had what? They basically had a fight, and then like Ballister asked Ambrosius like, was all of that like their relationship, like was any of that real or not? And then they kind of like had a break-up story, I guess. But yeah, after that, they they split up, and then Ballister met Nimona again, and then he asked to Nimona like what is this? And then she just doesn't say anything. Like she wants to explain it, but holy shit, Ballister kept cutting her off. Like she doesn't have any chance to talk at all, which is like, dude, I was kind of pissed. Like let her talk, dude. But yeah, it was like, I think, dude, I don't really remember. My memory is kind of bad, but like, I think it's kind of also, she doesn't really feel like she has to explain herself in a way. But yeah, he also cut her off multiple times, so that's why like she can't really tell him, and he basically just asked her to leave. I think yeah, that's what happened, and then she left, right? And a lot of people, so like the entire town is trying to get Nimona and to kill Nimona. So this is the scene where it gets so emotional. Like, oh my god. So yeah, after that, Nimona is like heartbroken. So we got like a little backstory on what actually happened. Because at that time I was just like puzzled, like what the hell is going on? Like is she actually doing this? Like because I really don't think Nimona as a bad person at all. Like she's just a kid. So yeah, I saw like I was just like so confused, and then we got this little backstory. So it basically showed that Nimona, like whatever her real form is, because like again she's a shapeshifter, so we don't really get to know what she is in the beginning. But yeah, she basically tried to fit in as like animals. She tried to be a fish, and it doesn't work because again she's pink. What kind of fish is pink? Well, there are some pink fish, but she just tried to fit in with fish that are not pink. And then she tried to be a bird, and another bird, and like blue and yellow and green, and like she's pink, like there's no pink bird. And then she tried to be, I think, a deer, and she's again, deers are not pink, deers are yellowish, brownish, right? But she's pink, and a lot of like those animals are just trying to run away from her while she just really tried to make a friend, right? And then she walked to this kind of, and then she basically get out from the forest, and then she saw like this well, this old well near like a small town, because it was like back then, like 1,000 years ago, so it was like just a small village. And then she saw this little girl, and she's a blonde girl, and yeah, she's like singing and playing around the well. And I think she played like a ball, like a little ball, and then like she throwed it, and then like it falls right in front of Nimona. And then Nimona tried to shapeshift into a human being, and try to catch the ball and like gave it back to her. So like there's like this very cute like animation, because she looks like a kid again, right? She looks like a kid, and then like she's holding the ball, and then she's like wishing her to accept her, I guess, because like she doesn't know how she will react, the other kid, the blonde kid, will react. And she's like, the kid is like, dude, whatever, like you're a person, let's go play with me. And they're like become besties after that. Yeah, so like they were hanging out a lot, like they were hanging out on the trees, and like spent days together a lot, because they're best friends now. So yeah, so not long after that, I think what happened was there's like one of the scene where it made, I think, yeah, the blonde girl like almost fall or something, and then that made Nimona shapeshift into like another animal that can fly. And then yeah, so she shapeshift into an animal that can like save her or something. Or I think it was a scene where the blonde girl was like fascinated by a butterfly, I guess. And then she's like, "Oh, my friend like this butterfly. Maybe I should shapeshift into a butterfly and see how she reacts." And like she likes it. It's just like an animal, and she's like she likes it. And then there's like this moment where she became like a horse, and then like she is the blonde girl is like riding her, like it's just so cute, like a really cute short like friendship montage that I think is really cute, like really showing how their friendship is. And yeah, and I think like for this very short clip, and the blonde girl doesn't talk anything at all, like she's just silent, like she doesn't say anything at all, and it's like whole montage. So like for a scene that doesn't say anything, that doesn't like speak human language, like she doesn't also like do ASL or anything like that, like she's literally doesn't do anything. So yeah, the way they communicate is really like by how they act. So yeah, it was like for a really short scene, and for a scene that is not really saying anything, it says a lot. Like it really portray how their friendship was. So yeah, back then when they were like really hanging out, they got carried away. They got like too carried away, because when Nimona was still an animal, and I think that was a bear. So when they were like just hanging out, she walked to the village, and yeah, basically people are like, dude, there's no way there is a freaking bear on a child, right? Because she's like hugging her. Maybe the adult thought that, I'm sorry by the way, I hit the microphone. So maybe the adult thought that, oh, this bear is gonna harm my kid. So yeah, so the parents, the blonde girl parents, like taking her, and just separated Nimona and the girl. And then they absolutely trying to kill Nimona. Yeah, they tried to burn her. They kind of like, I don't know how you say it, but like they use kind of this like a forklift, and then they just like try to stab it on Nimona. Like they freaking, oh my god, they just abused Nimona. And yeah, and she's begging for help, of course, right, from her friend. And she's like looking at her friend like, please, like help me or something. And that friend, oh my god, the blonde kid, she's just staring at her, getting beat up by a bunch of adults. And you know what she did? She freaking picked up a sword. It was like a wooden sword, but still a sword, and she points at Nimona like this. Yeah, she also tried to fight Nimona because of her parents. Because the parents, the society thinks that Nimona is bad. So like now she's just a kid. She doesn't know anything what is bad, what is not. And like her parents taught her like this bad thing that Nimona is a monster and like you have to kill her. Like, dude, what? So yeah. So the plot twist, that blonde girl is freaking Glorith. Yeah, that blonde girl is Glorith. And oh my god. So yeah, so they were besties, okay? Nimona and Glorith were besties. Glorith, the knight, the icon, the knight. And yeah, she doesn't really say anything. So like when the pose happened, the movie just like cut off. That scene was cut off. So yeah, that's basically showed how what really happened and like the story behind Glorith and the dragon happened. And then because I think Nimona just like have been through a lot, so basically she actually shapeshifted into a dragon. And dude, can we take a little time to appreciate the animator because holy shit, that dragon looks good. It's not like your usual dragon, so it's kind of like a shadow. Yeah, it's kind of like a huge shadow. And then there are like multiple eyes, so she doesn't have just like two eyes. I think for one side of the eye, there are like 4 to 5 eyes. So yeah, she has like multiple eyes, but I think she still like looks cute and like nice. Yeah, but her dragon form is all black because again, it's like a shadow, right? All black with white eyes. So a lot of people in that town in that kingdom is like freaking out, dude. Like a lot of people are freaking out because again she is walking towards that kingdom, right? She's walking because the kingdom is like in the middle of the town, so she's walking right to the kingdom. And then yeah, a lot of people are like freaked out, and then like a lot of people running away. And then there's Balster looking at her. He's like, holy shit, I'm so screwed up because like how could I did that to my own friend, the one that was like trying to help me. Like she doesn't even know him, but the first thing that she did is trying to help him. So like he just felt so bad, right? And like he just tried as best as he can to approach Nimona. But after that, we don't really see what happened anymore. So yeah, we don't really see Balster anymore after that. So there is this scene where, so in the kingdom, they actually have like this very very big cannons, and if they shot a dragon, the dragon would totally die. So yeah, so the director told them to like told the other knights to like, oh, set that cannon up so we can kill this dragon, right? And yeah, so this scene is like so heartbreaking. Like I can't really explain it to you, but this is where I will mention the trigger warning that I mentioned in the beginning. But yeah, there's this scene that just caught me off guard so hard because I was kind of confused because like, wait, why is Nimona even here if she doesn't even want to kill anyone, right? Like she doesn't want to harm anyone. Why is she even turning into a dragon and then went to this town? All right, hello everyone. I am back, and yes, I know, really cool, right? A new camera with a really really dirty wall background. I know, and yeah, you guys literally can see everything on my head right now. I have like a lot of acne. I don't even know why. Like I have, dang, sorry for that noise. I just had a major breakout, not breakdown. What? I just had a major breakout, and I don't even know why. When you guys see the first half of this video, yeah, it was on my childhood home. And I don't know, like maybe it's the water there. I don't really get it. Like I have a lot of freaking acne's on my forehead. Anyway, yeah, let's continue talking about Nimona, right? Holy shit, this is the scene that I want to talk about the most because this is the scene that really like took me out. So there's this scene where it has, as I said, like cannons and all that. So yeah, there's this statue of Ambrosia, but there's this statue of the night lady, and then she was kind of like holding her, she was holding her sword. It's kind of like pointing towards, like just pointing in front, you know and then Nimona, in her dragon form, she walks down the city. And then yeah, I still have the same question. Like, Nimona is not mean. Like, why wouldn't Nimona even go there, go to the city, and like in a way kind of like risk everyone's life? Like she's not mean, she would never do that, right? Like she doesn't want hurt anyone at all. So like I was confused, like why would she go into the city and then approach that statue? I was like so confused until she actually like is in front of the statue, and holy shit. As I said, I already put a trigger warning in this video. She was about to K word herself. Yeah. Um and oh, why did I say K word? It just like made this video kind of like the word. I just can't take the word K word seriously. Okay, she was about to kill herself. Okay, how about that? Like, and I was so fucking surprised, dude, because holy shit. And that at that moment, I just I was almost cried. I teared up so bad because like even I want to cry now because it's just like I'm not a sensitive person at all because like I barely cried, and you guys can see my my sweat because it's so fucking hot here. But yeah, it's okay. Um it's such a sad scene because she's just so tired with everything that have been going on around her. The way that people like villainize her even though she doesn't do anything at all just because of a story that was made thousands of years ago. Like how do you even like verify if that story is real or not? It's just a story. And the way that people villainize you just because they believe a story from thousands of years ago, it's crazy to me because holy shit, she does nothing, right? Like she's just she's just a person, like I really don't get it. And yeah, at that moment when she so the way that she almost did it is like she is standing right in front of the statue, and then like she is kind of like standing, and then there is the sword, right? And there is the sword, and this sword, she basically like put herself in a position where the sword would stab her heart. And that shit fucking, oh my god, I'm sorry that I swear a lot. I know that I promised that I won't swear a lot, but it just like took me out so bad. And yeah, so at this part of the movie I was like, wow, do you have to like, is it that hard for people to just let you live and not to villainize you? Like this is my thought, by the way. Like don't like take this like seriously or anything, but all I had in my mind when I watched that, I was like, oh, do we have to end everything for people to you know to be nice to you, for people to make people understand you? Do we have to end this all? Like that is all I had in my mind because like I'm so like at this point I was just like, it's I get it, like it's so hard for her. And like the way that, because on this scene when people realize that, oh, okay, so this dragon is not mean, like the dragon is going to the statue and trying to kill itself, like, okay, at that moment everyone is like, oh, okay, so this dragon is chill. It just breaks my heart because the way that people realize that this dragon is not mean is by her trying to murder herself. Like, isn't it so baffling? Like, wow, why? What the hell is the society even like that mean? So that's why everything that I had in mind is like, oh wow, so you really have to hurt yourself or try to off yourself to make people empathize to you. Like, it breaks my heart so bad. So I think that is why I teared up when I watch it, because it's just so hard for her. And yeah, like, why would people only care about you when you try to hurt yourself, or when you, yeah, again, yeah, try to hurt yourself? It just annoys me so much. And more like, I'm so disappointed in the humanity and that world where Nimona lives, because like, even I know like it's like a fantasy world, right? Like there's no dragon in real life. Well, maybe there is, but I don't know, right? But like, what I'm saying is, even like now in real life, like some people do that. So it's kind of like, dang, so you really have to be gone for people to start caring about you. But like, isn't it all will be too late, you know? So yeah, I just really want to talk about that because it seriously made me teared up. And It's just like such a sad world that I think we still live in now. Yeah, like even if it's just a fantasy world in Nimona, in fact now, like in real world, this thing still happen, and it is heartbreaking, and it shouldn't be like that. Why don't we just care about each other when we're still all alive, like, and while we're all still here and healthy and all that. Like, I just, it is so disappointing, it is so sad. But yeah, we're going back to the story. Yeah, after that, basically, Belle is going. I don't even know how the hell did he do that, but he was on the sword, and then he was like kind of, pulling the. This is not you. Yeah, he was kind of pulling the "this is not you" to Nimona, and I just made fun of it. No, but it was like such an emotional, very emotional scene. But this is how I cope with very sad stuff, by making fun of it. Right? I'm not making fun of it, but like, I just take it as a joke. But yeah, he was like, "I'm so sorry. I should never leave you. I should never doubt you. You are my friend. You are the best. Like, I love you and all that." And yeah, and it stops Nimona from. Wait, actually, fuck no, she died. Yeah, dude, I just realized she actually died. By the way, wait, was it? Oh no, she didn't die. Okay, so yeah, so she stopped. And then they have like this very emotional scene when they're like, I think they're hugging each other, because it's been like few weeks, or actually, I no, I think it's been over a month since I recorded the first part of the video. But yeah, she was like, yeah, okay, they were hugging, but then this very, very mean and evil person, okay, the director, she was like, she's still back in the palace, right? Palace, yeah. And then she's like, dude, just freaking use the cannon, okay? I don't give a shit about these people. Let them die. All I care is just we have to kill this dragon. And everyone else, like the knights there, were like, girl, what the hell? Like, like, what do you mean kill the people? Like, why are you like so ambitious and really want to kill this dragon? Like, there are a lot of innocent civilians there. And then she's like, I don't give a shit. And then she fucking used the cannon by herself. Yeah, by herself. So that cannon's still going on, and she died. Thank you. So I'm not talking about the director, by the way. The director is still healthy, alive, and well. But Nimona dies. So yeah, that's how the story ends. Or is it? Or is it? No, she died, right? Like, it's a very sad scene. So basically, what I think from the point of her, standing in front of the sword statue, and then until to the very, like, less than 10 seconds, 5 seconds before the movie ends, all that I had in mind, wow, people will only care about you when you end yourself. And it just like, I still can't get over that, because it's just such a sad reality. And this movie, for a movie that the theme is fantasy, right? And then for the movie that has a theme of, comedy, and a child movie, this movie does a lot of stuff to bring to mental health awareness. More than fucking 13 reasons why, because what the hell is that series, bro? Like, huh? And like the messy point, the I think this is kind of like biased, because dude, I was actually like 12 or 13 when I watched that series, and I don't need to know how people do that. Like, I don't think it, like, at that point of my life, I was very, very into how can I help my friend if they have like a mental health issue? Like, how can I be a better friend? How can I, help my friend if they are going through something? Like, it's just like, I really want to care about my friend who are going through, um a mental health issue. Like, I want to be a good friend. And then I watched that series, and girl, I freaking know how to end myself instead of trying to help myself with going through it. So like, that series is so messed up. I didn't finish the series. I don't think I even finished the first season, because it's just so hard to watch. Not because oh, I sympathize with the series, but it's more like, man, why do you ask me to do this? Like, it's more like that because they give a very, very graphic detail on how do you do it. And it's a really not a like why would you do that in a series, like I think they could have done so much better with mental health awareness, but they just didn't. And yeah, they just made it to like this very graphic, you know graphic series on, if you want to do it, do this. And yeah, and basically like blame the people too. Like, I really don't want to say that, but because like, again, I haven't finished the series, but yeah, the way that they say it, even it's kind of like glorify suicide. So it's so weird, and I just don't like that because if you're here, you matter. And like, I just don't get it, like why they glorify that so much, and it's just such a bothering thing. And for Nimona, a kids show, to bring this much awareness about suicides and mental health is just so amazing, so awesome. And yeah, I really wish like more shows can do that. And yeah, it's just like such a good show. So basically, yeah, for the last 5 seconds, she basically, is back, but we didn't see her or anything, so we don't know. But we hear her, I think, say a word or two words, but like that's it. So yeah, she's alive and good. That's cool. If she's alive, I'm happy. I'm so happy because so basically they kind of like celebrate, her death basically, not in like, yay, she finally died. No, but like she so the way that she died is she tried to protect the people in the city, and yeah, so she lets that cannon to blow her body instead of blow up the entire city. So like, yeah, that's why a lot of people like celebrating, not like celebrating, kind of like on her wake. It's kind of like, you know she done a lot for us, and then giving her flowers and all that. And I think that's really cute. What the hell? Cute and cool. Yeah, that's cute. Okay, cute and cool. But yeah, no, it's a really cool story, and I really love it. And like, you guys should watch the series, and I mean movie, not series, because yeah. But I mean, in the series, I basically told the entire story to you guys, and yeah, and just like my thought, you know. Yeah. Anyway, this series is so good, and it's kind of light for a heavy movie. Yeah, because on the first, like I think a quarter of that movie is like basically really bringing you it's only a quarter of that movie that's like actually so so heavy, but the third of it is just like a very very fun and comedy, movie, a child's movie, and I think it's a really cool movie, and everyone should totally watch it. I just can't recommend this movie enough because it's just that good. And yeah, this is like such a cool movie. And yeah, I think that's really it, honestly. I've been I haven't made this video for like a few weeks after I record the, like a third of this video, because like I'm still like preparing a lot of stuff for me to move out to my college, and yeah, to my dorm. And you guys will never see me use this camera again until like at least the next 6 months. So yeah. By the way, if you guys don't know, I use this camera to record my Funko Pop video. And yeah, this is such a good camera, but this is not mine, so that's why I'm not gonna bring this to my dorm. But I will have another camera, and I'm not gonna use that ugly ass camera that I use on my gaming channel, and then on my Heartstopper video. Yes, I do have a Heartstopper video. Just wait for that. And yeah, the footage for that video is like 12 hours long, like over 10 hours more or less. And yeah, it will take a lot of time to edit that. So I hope you guys can be patient and like just, wait till I upload that. But yeah, Heartstopper reaction video coming soon. A real reaction, not just gonna be like a podcast like this. And yeah, that will come soon. And then for my other reaction video, I will also use another camera that is still on the way. So it's not here yet, but I heard it's pretty good. I mean, the price is kind of cheap, so I kind of like worried if the camera won't be good. But I think anything is better than my ugly ass, laptop camera. But yeah, anyway, that is it for today's video. I hope you guys like this podcast, like this video if you like it, and dislike if you don't like it, and comment down below on what should I make next. And see you guys in the next video. Bye.